As a professional poker dealer, what was your worst poker experience?
I think for most dealers, the worst experience is always going to be when you get players that are throwing cards at you, they're throwing their chips at you, they're cursing at you and say you suck, you're the worst dealer, I can't win a hand ever. If he comes back, if he's dealing, I'm never coming back. And that ultimately, you have to develop a thick skin as a dealer. You got to learn that there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser in every hand. And you just got to deal with the fact, have tough skin, that there are going to be people that are going to be upset with you. Some people, a lot of players that are superstitious too, and sometimes that can lead to them telling the host of the game, saying if he's dealing or she's dealing, I'm never coming back. That ultimately can compromise you dealing that game regularly and having to rotate in with other dealers, or maybe just not even at all. That depends on the host for sure. Yeah, anytime any players throwing their cards at you, throwing their chips at you and saying you're horrible, I haven't won a hand all night long with you dealing, this is terrible. You got to be able to roll it off your shoulders. Every dealer is going to have a breaking point, to the point where if it's really bad and it's really abusive at that game with those players, you may just say, I'm not going to deal that game anymore. If it's only a one-off or I definitely hope that in a lot of my games that I deal, that the host sticks up for me and make sure he has a sideline conversation with that player. Sometimes they just have a bad day, or a bad night, and that player will come apologize to you on the side after the fact, and that's great. That's typically some of the worst experiences that dealers get. It's really painful in the moment, and you can't really say anything at that point because obviously you are kind of technically employed there and it's your job. You can't really just mouth back off to them and say, well, maybe if you didn't suck so bad, if you played your hand better, or whatever the case may be. Sometimes they're just running bad too. That's typically some of the worst experiences that we get as dealers.